Although invisible, music is one of the most essential ingredients in cinema. To find out how it's all pulled together, I spoke to award-winning English composer Stephen Warbeck, who wrote the music for the Cannes opening night feature Jeanne du Barry by French director Maïwenn. Stephen Warbeck and Maïwenn have worked together on 3 films, all of which have been screened at Cannes. Their creative partnership began after a chance encounter at the premiere of Un balcon sur la mer by Nicole Garcia in 2010.
She said, "I love your music," and then she asked me if I wanted to do, straight away, more or less, having seen Balcon sur la mer, she said, did I want to write the music for Police? And there was one cue for Balcon sur la mer which Nicole Garcia hadn't liked and hadn't used. And Maïwenn loved that. She said, was there any music in Balcon sur la mer which you didn't use? I said, no. Oh, yes, wait a minute. Yeah, there was one. There was one piece. And we adapted that, and that became one of the themes in Police. The scale of it is exciting.
La Comtesse Jeanne du Barry.
And the fact that you have to persuade the producers that you definitely need an orchestra. Not for all of the music, but for some of it, because the whole story is on that kind of scale. So I find that very enjoyable. I love going into the studio and recording with an orchestra. And quite often with contemporary films, you're recording with 5 or 6 specialists or 5 or 6 musicians. So that was a great pleasure to do that. Right from the beginning, Maïwenn said, I think it's cello. And then for a period of about 3 weeks, she said, maybe it's saxophone. So we did try a couple of saxophones. In fact, we recorded one. But that seemed, it was too much of a jar between the period when it's set and now, I think. We said to each other right at the beginning, let's not have electric guitars. Let's not stretch the thing. You can, of course, do that. But I also felt that if you were purely Baroque, sometimes it's not such a shortcut to an emotional language as music, film music or later music, because it's dry and less inflected and less nuanced, perhaps. Or it seems that to my ears, anyway. In terms of the difference in approach, I think the directness is one of them. Mostly in England, people would say, oh, that's such a lovely piece of music. I just wonder if it's right for this moment. But here it's, oh non, non, ça va pas du tout. No, that's no good. I don't like that. And because creating anything, a pot or a teapot or a cup or, a painting or anything, is you're actually sort of exposing part of yourself. When somebody says, non, j'aime pas, it's actually hurtful. So you have to kind of try and develop a bit of a hard skin. On the other hand, if you've got too much of a hard skin, you can't do the work because you have to be sensitive.